It's week 1 of the National Football League, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Patriots and the Bengals, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here come the Patriots to take over for the first time, led out by the rookie, the 3rd overall pick back in April out of UNC, and that's Drake May.
And we knew from the moment the commissioner called his name on draft night, and by the way, laid a pretty good hug on the commissioner going across the stage. But we knew he had a chance to be the starter week 1. He dove right into the playbook, ingratiated himself with his teammates, and that's exactly how things have played out.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. To throw, it's May. And incomplete on the deep ball. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They go play action now. May. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Bengals make their way out on offense for the first time, led by their 5th-year quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
Burrow is coming off a year where he suffered his 2nd season-ending injury over a 4-year span. And while that's certainly concerning, there's certainly no denying he's truly one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL whenever he's on the field. However, for them to reach their full potential, he has to be out there, because as long as he is, this team is a legitimate contender to win it all.
That's caught, Andre Yoshivas. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Here's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Throwing here is May. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. In motion left is Higgins. Now Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Now it's Burrow. And he is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Burrow will throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That one taken in by T. Higgins. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Burrow looking to pass. And this is going to be incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. From the shotgun, May with it. Short pass caught by Henry. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. To the air, May. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's May. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load of...
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
That's to his tight end, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 8. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back to throw. He's got it. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Brown will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out come the Patriots. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll throw with May. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. Here's Bryce Behringer now. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Chase, complete. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to midfield.
Chase came into the league with some lofty expectations, and he somehow surpassed those through the first 3 years of his career. He's a perennial 1,000-yard receiver. He's a guy they got to find a way to get the ball to in all situations. And he's one of the main reasons why the Bengals offense is consistently among the league's best.
From midfield now, Burrow. He's across midfield and finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down mark.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
New England's offense set to go. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
From the gun, it's May. Open man is born. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw, it's May. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And that'll bring up fourth down as this Cincy defense stands up on third.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And that is no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. 7 yards there and a first down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Here's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. Open man is Yoshivas. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, and it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. The man wearing number 18, Kirk Cousins, with 2 touchdown passes for his new squad. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Derrick Henry, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for the next drive. It's been a nightmare to scheme against about this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Now it's Burrow. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Looking to throw. May. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Throwing here is May. Henry's got it out on the left side. And Henry's going to pick up a Patriots first down as he'll get this down inside the 20. A quick throw caught out wide by Bourne. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Second down and 6 now. From the shotgun, it's May. He finds Douglas complete. And the Patriots are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. They'll run with Gibson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. From 4 yards out. And the Patriots are back within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Now Burrow. Open man is Higgins. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Burrow looking to pass. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one complete to Yoshivas. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
It's second and inches at the 31-yard line.
This is Brown going up the middle, and he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 20.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he will find his man Chase complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. This is caught. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Brown. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Patriots get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it, a gain of 12. Straight ahead, Gibson. Up to the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. 2nd and 7 from the 20. To the air, May. He's got space past the 25. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 2nd down and 4. They'll throw with May. Pass complete once again to Bourne. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Over the middle, it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he'll spot Higgins. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now Burrow loses the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. New England trying to get a place on offense. And at this stage, in the fourth, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Pats strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They come up now on 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Burrow will throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Andre Yoshivas, 66 yards. And the Bengals use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through, all the way through. Go ahead.
And this is going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
They weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So the Patriots now down by 5, 2:07 remaining. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's May. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. That's Bourne, got it on the slant. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. He's back to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Setting up a screen for Stevenson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guy.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And they take a knee. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And they will take a knee here. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Pats, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways.